Should be live. Oh, that's a point. Okay, sound test. Checkity check, checkity check. Oh, that sounds good. UP fan 4014. Hello, thank you very much for tuning in. How are you doing? Ooh, actually, I need to edit this stream title. Yeah, hang on. Okay, one Lego set. Oh, that's what I want to call it. So how you doing, UP fan? Thank you very much for tuning in. Good to see you. Hopefully the title will update. Whew. Guess I'm doing decent. I won't be able to be around for long for the stream. That's okay. Thank you for tuning in for as long as you can, though. This is going to be an interesting stream all the same because I have a few sets to showcase. I did a day one Lego store haul yesterday. Woke up at 8 o'clock, got to the front of the store. At 9 o'clock, it was me and one other person there at that time. I waited 2 hours at the front of the queue. Oh yes, absolutely worth it. I need to get more Vaseline. Rob Claxton, hello. Thank you very much for tuning in. That is a name I have not recognized before for my live streams. So thank you very much for tuning in. Good to see someone new. How are you doing? Where in the world are you hailing from? There are people tuning in for these live streams in multiple regions around the world. Some British, some American, a couple dotted around here and there. It's always interesting and exciting in a way to know where everyone's from because you have that reach across the world. It's actually quite fascinating. Oops. UP says, I recently got a Hogwarts Express set and that had some missing pieces. Not sure if I should build an entirely new one or just reduce the pieces. Did you get this one brand new? Or is this secondhand? If it's secondhand, that makes sense. If it's brand new, then that's very bizarre. Then again, you need to do the good old thing, you know, triple checking the bags, triple checking the box, make sure no pieces are falling on the floor. You do have to do that. But if you have checked it all, no, I think it was secondhand. No, fair enough then. What kind of pieces though? Are these major pieces that you need to build the whole thing? Or is this like a couple of like not inconvenient, but a place that you can go into your box and get a replacement part? Because if there's a bunch of pieces missing to where you can't actually finish the model, then I would lean more towards reducing it to pieces. But if you know you can finish it, then why not? Ooh. A wheel. That's not the thing you want missing. Oh no. Wait, drive wheel or small wheel? That's a bigger difference. Passenger coach roof and a few details. You know what? Never mind. I think at that point, just scrap it down to pieces. What one are you talking about? The 2018 one or the 2023 one? Because there's no way you got the massive UCS one. You didn't. Come on. 2018 one. Okay. That's not bad. The 2018 one is actually really good compared to the one we got now, technically 2 years ago. I used to have one like it. I had one of those as well. I remember doing a review for that set too. God, it was such a good, it was an exciting time to actually have that set come out. Because the last one hadn't come out for 7 years before then. I wonder if I'll ever rebuild a Hogwarts Express in the future. I mean, I could. It would fit perfectly with all the coronation coaches I've got. And I don't think anybody else in the LUKR actually has one. Not a mock, at least. There's a couple of members who have the set. But I don't know if any of them have actually gone all in with making a mock. I'll look into that, you know. Not so keen on making that many trains, but I think Hoggy might have to get back on the list. Even then, with all the details I've made in some of my later mocks, a full Hogwarts Express rebuild would be cool to do. I can feel a sneeze coming. I've been very snotty today, so if you hear me making a bunch of gross noises, I do apologize. Because, yeah, I've been trying to handle this. My nose is all tingly. I think I'll be okay. I've got my tissue down here anyways on standby. But if I end up sneezing, the microphone is there. So it's like there, where my tissue is down there. So I'll be leaning microphone size if like I'll try and lean this way away from it. So you know, it's all apologies in advance, you know. Ugh, I hate having a runny nose. Hate it. Rob says, gotten a few new of the C27 figs. Same here. We'll get to those later today. Here we are. I got some. And ordered some parts to finish the upgrade version of the 2018 Hogwarts Express. I got $20 at Bricks and Minifigs. Ooh, very good. You got the 2018 Hogwarts Express set. I'm assuming complete. The full shebang for 20 is obviously second hand, but you got it for 20. That's excellent. And UP Fan says, I've had the idea to build some decently detailed Thomas characters at some point. I'm not sure when I should. Hogwarts Express might be another engine to build around them. I mean, I've seen someone on the Lego Rail Facebook group use the Hogwarts Express, that 2018 Hogwarts Express set, as a basis, modified into I think it was a 262, but it looked a lot like Arthur. Oh, that's the neighbors drilling. I don't think you can hear it in the background, but I can hear the neighbors drilling. It's a very weird vibration sound. But it's very common, again, it's very, very common for people to use sets as a starting point to make them mocks. And you have to think about what ones work best for the set you're modifying. So if you want to build Arthur, that's a great engine to use it for. I mean, the larger tender engines like Henry and Gordon, you can definitely use that, but you really do have to make expansions. So you can go for it, why not? But don't base every character around that particular set because it just doesn't work. James will be another good one because, well, I'll let you figure it out. Sorry, I'm getting text I need to get rid of. There we go. Right. Shall we have a look at what I bought yesterday? There's a bonus set in here as well because I made the Bricklink order for this and it arrived earlier today. Waited 4 days for a next day delivery. Around this time of year, that's to be expected. Right, apologies, folks. This is the first minging moment of the stream. I don't know where this is coming from so sudden. My nose has been fine all day today. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm trying to hide it. I'm sorry, it's Megan, I know. That's the one thing I'm very conscious of because I don't like wiping my nose in front of people. Ugh. And working in a public facing job, times where I have to wipe my nose, it's a bit, look away for a second, I know you need my help, but look away. Yeah. Upstairs, I had a few missing pieces and missing the train stick. Well, yeah, fair enough. I'm making the train look kind of like James from Thomas and post it on Discord. What do you think it looks so far? All right, let's have a look. I might have missed it. I'm guessing you put it in train mocks, yeah? I fairly swiftly scroll through Discord. I do pay attention to everything that's in there. There's so many amazing models that people have been posting in the train mocks page. But there's so many of them. Would you be able to post another picture in Discord just so I can see a bit easier, or have you put it somewhere else? I'll be in train mocks if anything. Repost it when you're next able to, so I can have a look. If you want any feedback on it, I'll be happy to provide some. Oh, Amelia's making the steam-powered one. Oh, one of my club mates made one of those. Aha, there it is. Oh, you're making a fat one. Okay. Oh, when you're trying to power it as well. Oh, you brave boy. Okay, straight away. Interesting. Very interesting. I do love the size. That's very cool. That is an 866. My good lord. Sorry for snotty noises. So first of all, I would recommend that you make this shorter because there is such a thing as too big. I mean, with all the giants I've made over the years, that says something. You've got the splashers way in front of the drive wheels, but that's how you can easily move back. That's all okay. If you're going to power it, try and get a second motor in there, because if you want to keep that particular drive wheel configuration, that's perfectly fine, but one motor is not going to be enough for all that weight. In front of the drive wheels, you have another sort of bogey wheel configuration. You can replace that with another train motor, get in a second power box, and that will be a lot better for the motive power. Of course, in time, as you figure it out, you will be able to make it so it will articulate, and that's all fine. But yeah, 2 motors for something of this weight will definitely make a big difference. But I'm liking the progress so far. Again, I do love big engines, so I'm keen to see how this comes along. Sam Brown has made it. Hello, thank you very much for tuning in. How are you doing? Sam, that reminds me. Are you sure you're not in Discord? I hate to kick things off like this, but I got your email after the previous stream, and the pictures of the cars, they are lovely models, but I did recognize them on a certain Facebook group page. So I left a comment on that particular post, and I can only hope it's the same Sam Brown. I got Discord on the video. Okay, so it is you. Okay, good. Because I saw the pictures on Facebook. I thought, hang on a minute, I've seen this before with the email. My brain kind of did so much at once. So yeah. Now that all that's all been concluded and that is actually you, I see what you mean about taking the rear of the cars to 9 studs wide. It might happen. I'm stubborn with how I like to build things, but it's not impossible. I will see what particular designs work. UP fan says, one day, maybe late 2025, I might try and make a second quadruplex, which I failed in 2024. I have some ideas to make a new techniques that might work this time. Okay. Word of advice. Don't make a second one yet. I say that because focus all of your resources and all the bricks you've got into putting in as much detail as you can in that first one. It would be a lot better to just have one of those type of models that you've put more energy and effort into than for the sakes of having a second one, for the sakes of saying you've got a second one. Again, I have had, like 6 at a time once, many years ago. And it was cool to have them all, but looking back, they are not detailed models. Like, obviously, as time has gone on, I've developed my skills, etc., etc. But nowadays, if I was going to go for that, it would only ever just be one. I'm not going to stop you from making a second one, by no means. But my preference and my advice, go all in on the first one. All in. It will be better, in my opinion. Rob says the train wheels I'm still working on with. And this is my second train mark and the first one not using instructions. Excellent stuff. So this first mock then, because mock is my own creation, and generally you don't use instructions, but I'm guessing for that first model, you've used instructions to build up certain sections, of which you've carried on other sections on your own. Well, again, fair enough. I mean, we all start somewhere, we're all learning, and I'm keen to see where this model, again, genuinely, I'm very keen to see where this model goes. Right, I need to go wipe my nose again. And then we will have a look at all the sets I bought yesterday. And a couple I technically bought today because I didn't have enough time yesterday. Right, here we go. Nosy bit first. Can I mute myself? Does this work? Okay, muting. I did that for the first time on these streams. I had to blow my nose, so yeah, there's no way in hell you're ever gonna hear that. I don't have 50 Speed Champions cars, but I have space for 13.9 of them. Oh dear. Yeah, you're gonna have to pick out which ones are your favorites. I can fit 40 in the boxes I use to transport my stuff in. If you're gonna go for shelf space, that is kind of its own conundrum. So I don't really have too much I can say on that because I've never been one to have my stuff on display, barring the belts, of course, because they're a bit more unique in that situation. But yeah, you're gonna have to pick out which 11 are your least favorite. And as more models come out, as the years go on, it's going to be even more difficult to decide which ones you keep. Oh, I can feel a burp coming on. Oh, no, never mind. We're good. UP fan says, I made the T1 quadruplex, if you can say that, back in November 21 or 22, which was only kind of successful. Some wheels are missing, but I scrapped it soon after. Oh, okay. I have plans for more shelf space. I just haven't enacted them. Okay, good. That is excellent. You will eventually run out of shelf space because one thing that is very common for AFOLs is they will buy more sets, but they will just never, ever have the space for them. Speaking of having no space, I bought some more sets yesterday, and here is the haul. So yesterday, I bought 3 sets for myself. Earlier today, a Lego set arrived that I bought off of Bricklink, and I went back into the Lego store earlier today to get some of the Season 27 CMFs, and we will open these live on stream, and I will open those last. So, the first one I've actually already built, the Iron Man car. I was really excited for this because it has mudguard pieces in dark red. The main body is dark red, not normal red, dark red. Oh, pardon me. There's the burp I've been waiting for. But yes. Oh, there's another one for free. My goodness. Sorry about that. Right, back in the room. Yes, I was actually very excited for the set when it first came out because obviously me being so deep into making cars, I've done so many different color combinations and there's so many more I can still do. I haven't tried anything with dark red. Actually, that's a lie. I have with one model. I know I've done it with at least one model, but I didn't touch it on the basis I have dark red parts that are old dark red and new dark red. So there was some inconsistencies. Even then, my selection of dark red pieces wasn't that big, so I could have left it alone. But now that we got some dark red mudguard pieces, I'm going to have to play with this now. I am tempted to get a second one. This is only £25. I am tempted to get another one for the sakes of parts. And it's actually pretty good for parts, because when you look at the flying machine, the Wakandan hovercraft, whatever you want to call it, even then with all the gold pieces, all that dark red, it's such a good parts kit. I really do believe that. And the minifigures I can always keep to a side to do as I see fit. I am looking to save up all of the extra additional and free sets I get as time goes on now, because one day I want to go to a LEGO show as a vendor. That would be something I want to do. And yeah, I want to definitely keep some minifigures to one side so I can have my little minifigure display and put them on sale. So I'm saving all the minifigures. I actually have them here because I built the sets earlier today. So Iron Man, nothing too remarkable. If I turn down the light slightly, that might help. That's kind of better. But yes, I actually quite like this minifigure. It's nothing too over the top, but it's very traditional looking. And this is my very first Iron Man minifigure. And the helmet goes up. That's so cool. Absolutely love that. I also love Red Hulk. We have two big figs, and this is the very first official Red Hulk minifigure. That's pretty cool. Again, you can't quite see the printed detail. Kind of there. He's basically, it's Hulk. He's shredded. But this is just minifigure version. So yeah, that's quite neat. I like his hairpiece too. That's good. And Black Panther, because this is a very wild and wacky combination of characters. This has back prints for the head and the torso. The legs don't have any prints though, which is very bizarre. But yeah, that's Black Panther. Let's turn the light back up. And the car itself. That is wicked cool. I am actually very tempted to get a second one because the chassis piece it uses, or the base piece it uses, is this sort of 4x6 base, as I like to call it. It's oh, I got some over here. So it uses one of these for the base, and I use this and this. So these are what I use for the bases of my cars. When I first started, I had those thicker, sort of wider bases, but now that I've been able to develop my skills, these are much preferred, and the fact that this comes with one is wonderful. I see your question in the chat, Sam. Stand by for just one moment. There we go. Let me put that back. So, are we allowed to post pics of knockoff sets in your Discord? Yes. I might be getting a knockoff Orient Express soon, and I want to check with you before posting. There is no Lego purity in my Discord server whatsoever. With all the Lego train stuff I made over the years, I've used custom designed wheels and rods, for goodness sakes. It's not pure. It's absolutely... You can post other brands to your heart's content. That's absolutely fine. UP fancies, while I'll be going now, some things I have to do. I was able to catch some stream. I don't know when I'll be... I don't know when the next stream I'll be able to attend will be. That's okay, though. Thank you very much for tuning in for as long as you have, UP fan. I hope you have a good day. I'll see you in the next stream or whenever you're next able to tune in. So, back to the model. Gold! Lots of gold. I do like that we are getting some more pieces in pearl gold. We've got 1x1 and 1x2 plates in pearl gold, something I personally haven't seen before. All these wedge shapes at the front. This is a new wedge shape piece as well. It's a 1x4 version of the longer 1x6 we got with the... Well, I got some of those in black with the City Car Transporter lorry set. These are wicked cool. And yes, it's a bit tricky to see here, but you can see this wedge piece. That's the normal red. And you can see the main body is dark red. The window piece is actually quite funky. It's not, well, it is transparent, but it's a bit blurry because you can kind of see the texturing there. It's got this sort of, it's not glittery, but like a bit of a shiny effect. You know when you get trading cards and you get the foil cards and you kind of see that rainbow style pattern on them when you move them a certain way? It's similar to that. So yeah, I'm most likely getting another one of these in the future for the purposes of rating it for parts. Because this looks really lovely. I mean, it's a bit like that, which I personally don't like. I hate that gap between the mudguard and the rear wheel. I hate that so much. I much prefer it like this, without the gap. But all the same, lovely, lovely set. For 25 quid, absolutely fair enough. Love it. Where can I even put this? I'll just put it down there for now. So, I bought one small set and two big sets. The first big set is this one. So, I am going to have to hold it like this because of how awkward this room is. So, this Creator 3-in-1 house, I got one of these for Christmas. And I was toying with the idea of getting a second one because this main design is open back. So when you build it up, you can turn it around. You can actually like play inside of it. So my idea is to get this second one, build it in a mirrored way, and put them back to back. Which, if I'm going to build it in such a way, I'm going to have to build up both house sets at the same time. I should have plenty of parts left over too. And I'll definitely have to make some modifications. But I do have a story purpose idea for these sets for Street Racer Season 3. It's going to be a very cool set piece, and it's just going to be a nice building to have with all the other mocks I have in my collection so far. It's too big a box. But yes, this is actually a really lovely set. The thing that bugs me is in Smith's Toy Superstore, hashtag not sponsored, it was going for 60 quid. And that was all before Christmas. And I had to be a good boy and not getting myself a second one. But now that it's post-Christmas, I want to get myself a second one. And nowhere was selling it at that discount, so I had to get it in the Lego store for 90. However, I got VIP points, so it kind of balances out. Yeah, so we have another quick drink. What's with the yellow chair in the house set? I don't recognise that piece. Yep. Let's have a look. Oh, I know what you mean. So, where's my finger? This way. Okay, so I know what that piece is because I was able to see a review of this on, I think Jang Bricks was the one I saw. It is a 3x3 macaroni piece, but it's a slope piece. There were printed versions of this piece in the Mercedes 2-pack that came out in the summer last year. I don't know what else to... Let me actually type it up because I do know what the piece is. Mercedes. There we go. Set. Oh, straight away. Set inventory. Where is it? So a round corner 3x3, like a macaroni. Again, I know it's macaroni because you get tile versions of the same shaped piece. But it doesn't even call it a slope. That's really weird. Round corner 3x3 without studs. But yeah, that's what those pieces are, and it's connected in such a way where it's very clever. But yeah, I do know that's the piece. I haven't seen the review in a while, and that's what I'm looking at. It's a good piece. It's actually quite nice. Ooh. Oh, that's the same thing. I can really. Yes, that's the one with the tail lights. I'm pretty certain it's that piece. I'm 95% certain it is that piece. Again, Jam Bricks has done a review of that set, so double check his video because I'm pretty sure he highlights some of the interior details and he looks at that chair as well. I am pretty sure it's that piece. So yeah, that is the house. Oh, the one I was really excited for. The scrapyard. I was so excited when the set got leaked for the first time because leaks most of the time are accurate. They only ever post details, or like most people who do Lego leaks will often post details that are pretty much confirmed. So when I saw pictures of the box art, I was so excited because I'm building a car city, a car themed city. This fit so perfectly. I mean, can I even go this side? I can't even go this side. Pardon me. But even with the light shining on the box, it's a wonderful set. I am so happy and excited to have this. Look at that! Look at that! It's so cool. I'm in love with this set already. I haven't even built it, and I know I love it. But this is something that is absolutely going to get expanded upon. I like that it has an office. I like how it's got some scrap parts on display over here. Just trying to use my finger in the mirror. But there's so many small details that work amazing. The two cars that come with it are so good. It's done so well. I adore this set. I'm very excited to play with the crane arm. And yeah, already it's a 10 out of 10. I'm so happy and excited to have this set. It's going to be wicked. I was tempted before New Year's to get the City £9 red sports car set. But I was thinking about it and I thought, well, I'd be getting it for the sake of getting it. And I'd kind of be wasting £9 with all the parts I already have. That set doesn't really have anything to offer besides the minifigure. So I've decided to not get that. At least not now. I don't know if I ever will, but yeah, I don't know. I kind of turned myself off from getting that set. I think if anything, I'll get another one of these because this has a lot more to offer me. So those were the 3 sets I got from the Lego store yesterday. The sets that arrived from Bricklink earlier today. I have bought one of these early on when I was starting off making all the Lego cars. It got built up and then modified into another character's vehicle. And one of the DJ boombox things? I don't know. The music boomer, again, whatever you want to call it. That got added onto my limo model, which I do need to take off because it looks pretty awful. But I do like this because it's a really cool looking set. I'm going to modify it to make it a lot smoother. I'm going to make it longer to make it a lowrider. But I am absolutely talking about this one. I'll make sure you can actually see it because of the light once again. But yes, this is, what do you call this thing? Robo Hip Hop Car. Yeah, that was it. This was like £25 when it came out. I paid 25 for this on Bricklink, which I think was absolutely fair. But this, I mean, I kind of rediscovered this. I thought, oh yeah, that's actually quite interesting. Let's give this another go for something. I am actually quite excited to make this into a lowrider because it's like the ultimate party car. It has a little jacuzzi in the back and you got all this music stuff going. I really love that. I think that's so cool. Again, I bought one of these before for the purposes of modifying into another card, which is what I did. I'm going to keep this one as is. It's going to join the party card crew, but I've got to make it a low. I want to make this a low rider. Why not? Why not? I need to make sure it can actually work though, because the Technic piece is needed for the low rider bouncing to actually function. I'll make it work. It's going to be fun to build all the same. So yeah, that's another set I bought recently. Again, a Bricklink purchase because this retired a couple of years back. I still think it looks quite good. For what it is, this is really cool. I'm so glad this kind of set exists. So that is all of the sets. Now then, folks, let's open some minifigures. So I bought 4 minifigures today. And there was a clubmate who I bumped into at the store, and he has an app where you can scan the QR codes on the bottom of the boxes, and he was checking them all. I can feel another burp coming. No, okay, I think we're good for now. But yes, there are so many people who are looking to get that Wolfpack minifigure, and lucky for me, I'm not one of those people. But there were a few I was keen to get. I know I wanted to get the steampunk person. I know I wanted to get the skater. I know I wanted to get the crazy cat lady for Mum. And what was the other one I got? Well, it's in there. Well, I know which ones I got, but you don't know which ones these are. So let's open them now. Ladies and gentlemen, live unboxing. I don't care about keeping the boxes clean, for goodness sakes. This is disposable packaging. So, the first one, any guesses? I'm going to assemble the minifigure down here so it doesn't spoil anything. God, I love that torso. That is such a good torso. Oh, I remember what the last one was. I mean, I wanted the skater because I recently finished making a skate park to go with my car scene. And this was just incredible timing. There we go. Oh, excellent. So minifigure number 1 is the skater. I think this looks wicked cool. The hat's headpiece looks wicked. The legs are printed really cool, very street. The torso print is very funky. A brand new skateboard piece and a backpack to boot. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. I love this. So yeah, this is one I knew that I wanted. And thanks to one of my clubmates, this was the very first one I picked up and I got it straight away. So yeah, the skater. Excellent. Where do I put these? Now we'll just keep them over here for now. Okay, number 2. What are we thinking? I mean, I gave away 2. The first one. Open it. There we go. Right, that's open. This one looks so funky. Oh, it reminds me of Zane from season 2? I know he appeared in season 6. It looks so... I love that top hat too. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, you know what? Because of the contraption train mocks that I've made, which have a steampunk aesthetic, this minifigure would work perfectly. And that very much spoils what I got. But that's okay. God, it looks so good. For the spare pair of pieces, I will put this to one side. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, minifigure number 2, the Steampunk Man. I love this little thing on his hand, the little buildable. It's so amazing. Look at the hat print. Look at that top hat with the goggles printed on there. That's so good. Just overall, this is just so well done. I can absolutely see people getting loads of these to put into their little steampunk themed diorama. I don't know if I'll get too many of these for that purpose, but I'm definitely going to save this for a future contraption. Should I be able to commit to the Mark IV coming back? Right, there's 2 boxes. And 1 left. There's only one lug in my entire state. Garden Slug, and I'm not in it yet. Garden Slug. Remind me where you're from, Sam? Somewhere in Australia, if I remember correctly. So, box number 3. That's open. Here we go. This minifigure is for a certain someone, and she is watching the stream right now. So I will be technically spoiling this. Well, if she wants it, and I think she will. So, let's have... I still love that hairpiece. That in one hand. Can I even get that in the hand? Come on, I'm having a bit of a problem. Oh, there we go. I'm part of the CSC British Club based in Greensville, South Carolina. Cool. Oh, you're from New Jersey? Oh, yeah. Whoops. I'm misreading. Why did I think from Australia? Who was that? I'm confusing members of the chat. That's right, not the first time. From New Jersey. Well, fair enough. Garden State, Garden Slug. That's, yeah, fair enough. Gert's Lug, which is the lug that I'm in, based here in Bristol in England. It is a play of a Bristolian slang word called Gert Lush, which means that's lovely. It is weird, but when I first joined the lug, I thought the name was very clever. But ladies and gentlemen, we have minifigure number 3, and it is Cupid. I got a Cupid. And this is actually quite cute. I do like the wing pieces on the back. They are separate. And that's really cool. I might turn the lights down again to try and get a better view. Yeah, it's kind of better. But yeah, I like how it comes with 2 of the hearts. Got the bow, the wings. The face is dual printed. So it's heart eyes on one side and just a standard smile on the other. I think I've got to keep it on the heart eyes because it's Cupid. It kind of has to be, right? Yeah, I like this one. This is one I knew I wanted. Oops. I did also get some minifigure detail pieces from the Builder minifigure wall. I've got the cheese wedge costume piece, which is somewhere over there, which I can't be bothered to go and get. But yes, that was pretty good. I got some other pieces just from the wall for the sake of kind of making more generic minifigures. But yeah, that is everything I bought yesterday and today from the Lego store for the 2025 release. Absolutely wonderful. Just need to make sure I don't knock anything over because I've got a few of these pieces now. So yes, skateboarder, Cupid, and steampunk. Absolutely wonderful. And I am a bit peckish. Where are my Jaffa cakes? Yeah. There we go. Whew. Work hard, but snack harder. Still hashtag not sponsored. Speaking of, I was able to demonetize, or at least deactivate the monetization for the live streams. So there's been no interferences. Have you not heard of Jaffa cakes before? So first of all, this is a very British thing. Behold the Jaffa cake. These come in packs, which are in boxes, usually in denominations of 10. So you get boxes of 10, 20, or 30. You will always find these in the biscuit aisle. These are not biscuits, they are cakes. So this is soft. This is a soft item. Cakes are soft, and over time they go hard. Biscuits are hard, and over time go soft. That's the difference. Oh. Got chocolate all over my fingers now. And Jaffa cakes, if I will tell you what, let me I mean, you can't really see it, but it's got a bit of a gooey inside. Jaffa cakes is very famously chocolate orange. That's good eats. Oh yes. Whoo-wee! That's pretty good. I have to be honest. I'm not sure if the house purchase was a good idea. I know I was going to be able to get away with getting one as a Christmas present. And well, I've already bought it, so I've committed to it anyways. But there is a side of me that's thinking it might have been a bit too excessive. And I'm thinking this at the time. But when it comes to the point of actually building this and putting it together, I know I'm going to be over the moon with it. But yeah, it's just knowing how expensive it was. That's the only thing. Just, you know. We don't have them in the US, at least not that I've seen. Also, if you ever come to the States, you need to try an American biscuit. Yes, I know the whole American biscuits and British biscuit difference. So American biscuits are British scones. That's what they are. A biscuit for us is like a cookie, where it's hard like that and crumbly. We have other biscuits like bourbons and custard creams and nice biscuits. If you're British, you'll get that. But yeah, an American biscuit is basically a scone. And I'm pretty sure the gravy you're talking about, that right? British gravy is brown and you put it on a roast dinner and it's delicious and it's wonderful. I'm pretty sure American gravy is white and lumpy and it looks minging. With all the pictures I've seen of it, that's what I'm pretty sure it is. coated in sausage gravy. I mean, it sounds good, but on a biscuit, on a scone, I think I kind of have to buy it and expect for the sake of a British person trying an American scone, just so I could be cynical and scoff at it. I do want to visit America one day. There is a certain someone in America I do need to visit. Sadly, he hasn't been able to tune into the chat tonight, but I think it's definitely on the menu one day. One day. Whoop. Yeah, Jaffa cakes very famously are chocolate orange, so it's like the orange gooey inside. They do have a raspberry flavor as well. I have tried raspberry flavored, like it's chocolate and raspberry. It doesn't mix. Not for me. I mean, loads of people have their own tastes and they'll have preferences. So many people will think chocolate and orange is minging. I'm in the camp of chocolate and raspberry is just minging. No, you can't do that. No way. Oh, I got an invite to something. Yes, the monthly meet. We have many different types of gravy here in the States. White, light, dark brown, grey. Grey gravy? Literally gravy. Oh my good lord. Well, different sauce for different foods. I guess that's fair. If I said to you Bisto gravy, would you know what I mean by that? Bisto gravy? Because that's the one that we basically have. Like that style of brown gravy is the one that we have pretty much for everything in the UK. White and grey, and it's it's culture shock. That's what it is. Grumpy J, hello. Thank you very much for tuning in. How are you doing? Good grumpicial day, everyone. How the grump is everyone today? That was definitely a sentence. We are doing good. I just showed off all of the sets I bought. I'm grumptastic. Excellent stuff. That's good to hear, I guess. If it matters. We got brown and white gravy, the sausage gravy biscuit. That's where it's at. Had when I went to Chicago, Lego for a Lego show. It mentioned sausage gravy, looked at me and said, "We can tell you from the south." Yeah, I'm guessing some things are definitely regional based. Oh, we've got another one going. I got the Tudor. Yes, the Tudor house. So, yesterday was obviously New Year's. Oh, pardon me. And, sorry, one second. Powdered gravy. Yes, powdered gravy. Is in a jar or thick liquid, or you can make it yourself. Well, the thing is, we put well, at least I do, because when I go, because fish and chips is a very British thing, and we also have it with curry sauce. You can make your own curry sauce with curry powder and hot water, and I'm very used to making that very thick, so I like my gravy very thick. It'll be powdered but also thick, dummy thick with 2 C's. That's how I like my gravy. But yes, the Tudor Corner, the new modular that came out yesterday. It's fascinating that it sold out yesterday. So to those of you who are newer to the stream, hello, thank you for tuning in again. But yesterday I was able to get to the front of the queue 2 hours before the store opened at 11 o'clock. And I don't do modulars, but obviously a lot of people love them. And Tudor Corner is up there as one of the best looking modulars ever, kind of tied with the diner and the boutique hotel, in my opinion. So there was, there's a massive. So you got, this sort of line of with where the only one, because we got two Lego stores here in Bristol, but only one of them was open yesterday. So it's out. Technically, it's outside, so we were able to access it without having to wait to go into like a shopping mall or anything like that. There's no interior we had to go into, and it got to about 10:30. The line was kind of decent, but not as massive as I was expecting. I kind of look at my phone to keep myself amused. 10 minutes later, it's a massive snaking line. It's like well over 100 people, maybe 200 people. But for New Year's, that's common. I mean, it's very common. I experienced that for the first time New Year's 2022. And yeah, you kind of learn that sort of thing the hard way. But there was a guy who worked in the store who came out and was handing out tickets to people who were getting the Tudor Corner, because they had a few on the shelf, but they decided to take them all off and put them behind the till, because it's only really fair if you're getting there first, you get first pick at the new modular. They sold out within the hour. Like, all the tickets were handed out and all of them were sold. I don't know how many the store got. I will probably say like 20-ish, maybe. It's a big box. But yeah, they were all sold. I know that my dad went to the other Lego store that's here in Bristol over in Cribs Causeway, because that was open today, because that's an actual shopping mall. So you have to go inside to be able to access that Lego store. I don't know if he got one, or if he did get one, he's hidden the box somewhere. Probably in the bedroom, if anything. But yeah, no doubts that people who weren't able to get the Tudor Corner yesterday are looking to, or were looking to get one in the other store today. I'm also going to go onto Lego.com Tudor. And of course, with it's only £200. Modulars are £200. Well, the Natural History Museum, that's the larger one, and that's $260. That's not as expensive as I thought that was. Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, anyway, I was also keen to see if people were actually interested in the little kiosk that comes with the Tudor Corner modular. Because when you look at the interior, it's technically a coffee shop, because, Lego won't promote beers and such. But you could so easily modify it. Oh my god, I'm looking at the pictures. I have not actually seen any close-ups of this. There's so many details. That grandfather clock looks wicked. Black market tree. Oh no, it's like a chimney sweep. That's cool. But yeah, it's not something that's been on my radar, but it looks so damn good. I remember when the leaks for this came out for the first time, and I just flat out refused to believe that this was real, because there's no way Lego could do anything like this, of this theme, with this aesthetic, but they did. Oh yes, they did. That's excellent. And on Lego.com, at least for the UK region, still available. Still available. Not bad. Not bad at all. Luke, do you know the Woody Woodpecker Looney Tunes character? Yes, I used to watch that when I was younger. They, speaking of Looney Tunes, it's not Looney Tunes, but speaking of cartoons, something else that came out yesterday was the Tom and Jerry Brickheads. That's actually really cool to see, because there's so many characters that work in the Brickheads style, I guess. Seeing Tom and Jerry was really cool. Check your model train chat in Discord, please. Oh, good lord, what have you done? Ah, that's cool. I wasn't too sure what I was expecting, but that's quite nice. A Woody Woodpecker livery. With Woody Woodpecker's, I suppose, iconic. It is iconic. It's very unique. But with Woody Woodpecker's laugh, with all the ha's that are on the side of the wagon, is that the correct amount? I mean, you got to get it right. And you are Phoenix Lover. That does confirm that you are you. But yeah, that's actually quite cool. I like seeing stuff like that. It's very against hardcore model railroad people, but I still think that's a cool thing to see. It's fun, you know, it's fun. That was an actual official line-out product from the 1990s. Yeah, I mean, looking at how it's all been constructed and built, that seems to be an official product. And that will have to mark the end of the stream, I'm afraid. It is about to ding 9 p.m. Well, it has now for me. And yeah, that will have to be it. So, we saw a few new faces in the stream tonight. So, to Grumpy J and Rob Claxton, thank you both so much for tuning in. It's very good to see some new people in the chat. That means we can continue to grow this little community that I've been able to make over the past 10 years. I'm going to continue streaming every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. UK time. And I actually decided to go ahead and check the time zones. So I'm hoping with that post that I made in Discord, the time zones are correct. I'm hoping so. If they're not, let me know and I can make the appropriate adjustments for future announcements. But yes, 8 p.m. UK time is when I do my live streams every Thursday. However, we're not quite done yet. Tomorrow is another episode of London Calling, and I will be back on that episode. I do actually need to message Greg to make sure that that's actually the case, because he wants me on. Okay, yeah, all right, yes, okay, I'm on there. So yes, I will be on London Calling tomorrow, which is a Lego AFOL focused panel show where we talk all things Lego. Yeah, talk about new releases, stuff we got, stuff we're looking forward to, any news, anything that's been happening. It's such a fun time. It's a nice long stream, something to have in the background whilst you're building. It's, yeah, make sure to come along and say hello. That stream starts at 7:30 p.m. UK time. So if you can make us that, make sure you do, because it's so much fun. It's really professional. It's really good. And I think that's pretty much it. I've made an updated post on my Patreon page going over the finalized plan for 2025. If you want to support me any more personal way, there is a link to my Patreon page in the description down below. So without further ado, I will end the stream here. Thank you ever so much for tuning in, and I shall see you all hopefully tomorrow on London Calling. Thanks for coming along, folks. Take care.